When an action potential reaches the end of one neuron, there must be a way to start an action potential in the next neuron. The two neurons will not be in direct contact, and action potentials indeed will not jump across the gap, which is called the synapse. So, another method is employed. Thus, the main objective of this video is to describe the structure of a synapse. A synapse is the point where one neuron communicates with another, or with any factor. They are very important in linking different neurons together, and therefore they will coordinate the activities. Indeed, synapses will transmit information but not impulses from one neuron to the other by means of chemicals known as neurotransmitters. However, neurons are separated by a small gap, which is called the synaptic cleft. This synaptic cleft is about 20 to 30 nanometer wide. In the synapse, we have three different parts: the presynaptic neuron, synaptic cleft, and the postsynaptic neuron. The neuron that releases the neurotransmitter is called the presynaptic neuron. At the end of the axon of this neuron, there is a special part known as the synaptic knob. This possesses many mitochondria and large amounts of the endoplasmic reticulum, where these are required in the manufacture of the neurotransmitter which take place in the axon. Then they are stored in special vesicles known as the synaptic vesicles. Once the neurotransmitter is released from the vesicles, it will diffuse across the synaptic cleft in order to reach its specific receptors that are found on the membrane of the postsynaptic neuron. Then, the postsynaptic neuron will receive the information and pass it along its length.